Radioactive.
Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. The Active Live, yeah.
The Active Live, very exciting times with one of my favourite artists around Wellington at the moment, Ludus. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It's so great to have you here. We've had you around the Active whānau a little bit here and there, but we're very, very excited to announce that not only are you doing the Active Live session today, but you're starting your very own show, am I correct?
Yes, I'm very excited.
It's going to be so amazing.
Yeah, so starting today, I'll be running the Active Drive show. So
yeah, 4 till 7.
Drive, yeah,
live to drive. It's absolutely exciting. And we're so excited to have you on the show. So what is your first track for us today? Is this one from your newer album?
Yeah, so I'll be releasing an album in a couple of months. And yeah, I think this one will be on it. This is called Gnosis.
That's very exciting. Because you released Happier Places, is that 2017?
16 now.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, and look how time flies, right?
I know,
That's amazing.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm very excited to hear the new track from the new album in that case.
you.
What was the name of it again?
This is Gnosis.
Gnosis.
Yeah.
Exciting times.
Cool.
Absolutely stunning. That was a very exciting track. Some beautiful brooding ambience here from Ludus. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, that track there. So that one is off your new upcoming album that you'll be releasing soon, I'm sure. I heard that you've recently started singing live as well, which is super exciting.
Yeah.
Will any of the tracks on the new album feature you with a few vocals here and there?
It might do. That was like more of a one-off sort of thing. Definitely like using my voice live was a very new experience. Very daunting, but yeah, it was good.
I wish I could have been there. I wish I could have been there to see it. You'll have to bring it out again for us at some point very soon.
Maybe.
So you've got a busy summer coming up with the Welcome to Nowhere Festival?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Really cool.
Yeah, so that's just a nice little half-hour set. That'll be like an ambient set, looking to include this and my synths as well as a live guitar. Cool. So that'll be something new again.
A live guitar? Is that you playing that, or will that be?
No.
I was going to say you might have your hands full. Like.
Yeah. I don't know if I can.
Too many hands.
Yeah. That could be that'll be really nice.
Yeah.
Trying something else.
Awesome.
That'd be good.
I am very, very excited to hear it indeed. So apart from Welcome to Nowhere Festival, where else can people find you around the place this summer?
This summer I'll be playing. There's a couple of gigs at San Fran that I've only just heard about. That's all I know about those gigs.
Very exciting.
At San Fran.
Keep up with the activity guide, and I'm sure you'll figure that one out, eh? Shameless promo.
Yeah. And then also there's Tiny Far's Den, which is in February.
It's going to be so much fun.
Rave in the forest, so that'll be good. Be playing some live houseier sort of stuff. That'd be cool.
Very cool.
I think it's all coming up.
And where you can see her around the place. So we're very excited for Tiny Far's Den here at Radioactive as well. It's going to be a very, very fun time.
It will be good.
Heading that way, make sure that you catch Ludus when she does her set. So in terms of your sort of more recent releases, you were part of the New Margins compilation, am I right in saying that?
Yeah, that was cool. That was a list of, I think it was 5 or 6 tracks. Myself, there was Robert Hadaway did a track, a few others. Yeah,
very cool. It's cool that it's sort of collaborative from different parts of New Zealand as well, which I like a lot.
Yeah, it's a really strong compilation.
Yeah, everyone needs to go check that one out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a very fun one. So we have another song from your new set of tracks, should I say?
This is actually the song that I wrote for the Margins compilation.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's called Bad Butter, and it's a bit more up-tempo. It's a lot of fun.
I'm very excited to hear it, and so I'm sure are all our tuners into the live stream as well. So this is Bad Butter with Ludus, and you're in the Radioactive live tour. Thanks, Orcon Live Room.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that is such an incredibly beautiful track. I don't know how many times I've played that on my own show, but I feel like that has been played a significant amount of times here on Radioactive, I'll tell you. Everyone's loving it. Such a beautiful track. That was Bad Butter?
Yeah, that was Bad Butter.
Yes, a very cool one indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, in terms of live gigging and such, you recently performed opening for Eyeliner, am I right in saying that?
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. That was like the first time I sort of did like a live, more upbeat set.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, so that was cool. It was like well received and there was a lot of people and Luke put on a great show as always. So that was cool.
That guy always brings the party, doesn't he?
Yeah.
How do you find... It's a fun
Sure
time.
does.
How do you find, like... Because I find it very interesting. You're quite a dynamic artist in that you can sort of move between a very ambient and a sort of more like house-based set quite easily, and it's quite interesting to see because often you find, especially with more electronic music, artists are sort of very much trapped within their niche, you could say. How do you find balancing that in terms of your writing and creative process?
I wouldn't call it balancing. It's more like exploring, I think. You know, you sort of make one thing and then add an element and you're like, oh, I could like take that this way or this way. So I think it's more of like maybe like a curiosity thing. I don't know, like, you know, it's like there's different types of music that I want to make and be able to play live, and seems to like fall into those sort of categories, I guess. And it's just a lot of exploring.
Yeah, that's a really cool way of looking at it. I like that a lot, like thinking about sort of expanding your music for the better as opposed to just trying different things for the sake of it, you know?
Yeah, well, there's like more than, well, you know, it's like quite a big part of, you know, myself.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, you know, you want to like not just trap it into one, as you say, like trap it into one sort of box. So
that's very interesting. How do you often write? Because I feel like musicians, and this might be my own personal experience, but I feel like musicians often find themselves in two camps where they're very much writing about themselves, for themselves, off personal experience, or they're very much deliberately not doing that.
Right.
How do you find that bringing your own personal experience into your music affects both how you process that and how your music, like how it affects your music in general?
That's a good question. I think, how does it? I think it's more like different, maybe ways that I like feel, or sort of, you know, a lot of this music makes me feel really happy when I'm writing it, and I think that's the main thing, is like just feeling good.
Yeah.
So like writing it to feel good, and it often comes out as those two sort of things. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like a cathartic release for yourself, and then you're therefore putting out good music to the world anyway. So you're making others feel good in the process.
For sure, hopefully. Yeah, well, it's like very playful, you know. I wouldn't say it was a very serious sort of thing. It's almost like a little playful part of myself.
I definitely think you have, and I think that's really interesting you use the word playful, because your sort of the use of the sounds that you specifically use, I find very interesting, because to me they're very definitively Ludus, the sounds that you have. Yeah, there's like a couple of different sounds, especially in that Bad Butter track, that I hear in quite a few of your tracks that really have defined you as an artist for me, and I find it very interesting, because they're very like playful is the perfect word to describe that, you know?
Yeah, well, I find if there was any sort of like trap or whatever, it's actually like in making sounds, you know, you synthesize something, or you like edit samples that you've recorded or something, and often they end up sounding quite similar, and I'm like,
Do you think it's a detriment or a good thing, though? Because I personally, again, personal opinion, I am a big fan of artists that have a definitive sound but can still explore within that, you know, and I think you do that very well. But I can totally understand why, you know, an artist could potentially see that as limiting. Yeah. What's your opinion?
Yeah, that's a cool way to think about it. Makes me less frustrated. Yeah.
I'm glad
I think,
to hear that.
yeah, it's interesting, because then also you're trying to be explorative.
I don't know.
Explorative.
Explorative. Yeah, there we go.
But then you're trying to do that, and then you come out as like a similar thing, and yeah. But yeah, I guess that is a cool thing when it like sounds like Ludus or something.
You have a defining thing.
Such a weird thing that you don't really think about, I guess. So.
Yeah. No, it's very, and it's cool to know that the exploration is very much a part of your creative process as well, because I do think, like, especially with just looking at your sort of trajectory from the release of Happier Places, which was your first release?
Yeah,
as far as I'm aware?
yeah.
And like moving forward into the sort of more, I would say more up-tempo things that you're creating these days. Yeah, it's very, I think it's cool because you can sort of track that creativity and that exploration as it comes through, you know, so the fans moving with you move through with you, you know?
Yeah.
It's exploration.
It is cool looking back and thinking like that it's almost like evolved or like matured or like whatever. So now it's like I feel like I'm making music that I sort of want to listen to more, which didn't really used to like be the case. I'd make things and it would be made. I don't know.
Just things that come out from the creative void.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is so awesome. So the music video that you're creating with Luke Porteous for Freaks, is Freaks one of your newer tracks?
That's a funny story actually. That song was I was making for Freaks, the gig. And I sent him the file. Long story short, I sent him the file and it was like Freaks song. So he made the promo vid and he released it and it was like Freaks and I was like, I guess that's the name of the song.
What?
So yeah, he's cool. He's
That's amazing.
Luke makes fractals, which are like these they're like these little worlds that he creates with like formulas and mathematics and stuff, and they come out as these crazy images, and he's made like a whole bunch of them. I think it's like Fractally is like his fractal name, and
God, that's
really
amazing.
cool way. Yeah,
I didn't even know that existed. So it's like a computer program. Because I was watching the promo video and I was like, it's incredible to look at, but I have no idea what it is that I'm actually looking at.
So yeah, it's all like formulas that he's made, and it like creates this. I think. These little worlds that he makes, and you can sort of delve into them and like go in as much as you like. They're really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah. Why did you choose that sort of imagery to represent your own art? Is it?
I think it was more of like a collaboration between Luke and I. So it was more like, hey, I've got this sort of sound, I've got this sort of image, that works, and then sort of like moving on from which I love that sort of stuff. Like especially with like visual arts, because you can really like put your side like fully in, and they
no, totally. I think it's amazing, and I always find it very interesting how like different artistic mediums collaborate and different types of artistry collaborate together. You know?
Exactly.
It's obviously a harmonious match made in heaven. You know,
look at that.
Very excited.
Sure.
When will we see that one coming out?
I think in the next couple of weeks, actually. I'm also making another music. Well, I'm not making it. Have someone. It's with Tom Britt, and that's like a proper music video, which is going to the next song actually. So it'll be a lot of fun.
That's very exciting because I haven't caught many music videos from you in the past. Is this sort of a new initiative for you?
Yeah, I've never like filmed a music video or anything.
Oh my gosh!
I've just sort of like put images to music.
Yeah.
But that's like as far as it's gone. So that's a new fun thing.
That is incredible. What I can imagine the process behind like learning how to do music videos and things would be so like different to the process from before, you know?
I don't know anything about it. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, it's exciting that you guys collaborate together on that artistic medium. So this track that you're playing for us next is the one that you
Yes. So
how
this
exciting.
This is the one that Tom Britt is doing the video for. It's called Romney, which is great because the video has a lot of sheep in it.
I was going to say, is that a New Zealand reference?
It is a New Zealand reference. It sure is.
That is awesome.
You're not wrong. Okay.
Beautiful. Yeah, get into it. Okay. Romney by Ludus. Beautiful. That was cool. I'm really excited to see how the music video turns out for that, in particular where the sheep work in as well.
Me too.
Yeah. It's such an upbeat track. I love it. It's so cool.
Thanks.
The little industrial elements you have in the samples and the sounds that you use as well are really, really cool.
Thanks.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And we have loved having you here today. Thank you so much for joining us in the Orcon Active Live room. But don't go anywhere if you're watching this on or listening to this on the stream. Do go somewhere if you are watching this on Facebook as to the stream.
Hit the radio.
Hit up the radio waves, because Ludus is still going to be here doing an incredible DJ set between 4 and 7 on the new Friday Drive with Ludus.
Yep.
Oh, we are so excited to have you in the Active Far now, honestly.
So excited to be here.
So cool. Thank you so much for joining us in the Orcon Live room for this Active Live to Air. It's been absolutely amazing.
It's been great.
Yeah, don't go anywhere though, everyone. She's coming up right after this
See you soon.
on Radioactive.
Active.